Hey, welcome to the Nautilus. My name is Joe, and this is a video. So, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but I just saw actually a TikTok about it, and I figured I'd show you in person. There was an old, impossible puzzle. Where I'm from, I call it gas, water, electric. So, here's the deal. So, here, let me just draw it out for you. So you first start out with doing six bubbles. So you do 1, 2, 3. So 3 on the top, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you have your 6 bubbles, right? And what you're trying to do is you have, I think, what was it? I think on the bottom it was, no, on the top it was gas, water, and electric. And what you want to do, and you have 1, 2, 3. And what you have to do is you have to connect each one of the bottom ones to each one of the top ones without any of the, lines crossing. So you have to do 1 to GWE, 2 to GWE, and 3 to GWE without crossing the lines. And if there is an actual solution to this, please let me know. Here, there we go. So, now the way I used to start off was you could go like 1, 2, and then 3 like that. And now, see, everything has a clear spot, right? This is how I used to start every single time. So 1's already connected, so I don't have to worry about 1 getting crossed over. So now we go 2 to gas. So that's connected. That's there, right? And then you could do 2, then you do this and this. But hold on now. Now 3 can get to electric and it can get to gas, but it can't get to water. And I've tried this so many different ways. I used to do this in school, just for fun to see if anyone could beat it, and no one could beat it. There was literally no possible puzzle or possible answer to this puzzle. I think it's technically considered impossible. But then I thought about something. The only way this could work, and I'll do it again. So here, we'll do the same thing. That's bam, bam. There we go, and then 1, 2, 3. So the only way I thought of this working is if, now you're going to be breaking the rules at this point. You put circles in the middle here, and what you're doing is you're creating imaginary warp zones, if you would. Now, obviously, this is cheating. So if you're doing this, it's cheating, because then you could do this to this, and then this to that. They cross over. This to that. This to that. So now, these are not crossing. These are not crossing, and then you can do bam and bam, bam, and and then you do this and that, right? And then bam. But what would these be considered? Like warp zones, like in Mario? Like, that's the only way that works. But what would these have been considered like? What would they have been? Would this be a feasible solution to the puzzle? Because nothing is crossing over here. Think of it that way. Nothing is legitimately crossing over because there's a space here where the lines do not cross. But I still think it's technically considered cheating. Like, it's the only way that makes sense in my head, is that this is considered cheating in this format because you're creating something that was not part of the original puzzle. Has anyone ever solved this without doing this? I need to really know this. I need to know if anyone's ever completed or solved this puzzle. Because I've never done it, and I used to do this all through school and stuff like that, and I guarantee you I'm not the only one who's ever thought about this. But I saw someone trying it on TikTok saying, oh, this is an impossible quiz. I know it's an impossible quiz. This is clearly cheating, and I've fooled you all. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Have you ever tried to solve it or whatever, you know? Leave your comments down below and consider subscribing. And tomorrow we'll have a new Mario video. Yep, I'm going back to Mario. Oh, also I have a couple more videos planned for the weekend, so bunch of content coming out. So yeah, there you go. All right, that'll be it. I'll sign off in the best way